There's a channel I found recently called Early Exit. He's a Minecraft rant channel. He'll play Minecraft while ranting about various issues, and most of the things that he rants about has to do with the socioeconomic problems in America that the Zoomer generation is facing. He points out how in the housing market, increasingly in the apartment rental market, and especially when it comes to anything like child rearing or starting a business or any of those sorts of markets where you're actually building a future, we are getting outpriced. And we're getting outpriced at such a degree where we are rapidly approaching the point where it is impossible to ever succeed in the system by playing fair. So even if you're working 80 hours a week between two full-time jobs with a college degree, you're just never, ever going to make it. And, he's not just doing some basic lib shittery where he does lived experience. He's actually bringing up a lot of hard evidence and hard data to back this up. And he's completely correct in everything that he points out. But the problem is that his proposed solution is to find a remote work job, go live in some second world country so that due to the exchange rate, you're essentially rich, and then just do nothing, build nothing. I could completely see his position if he was saying, go over to some second world country, save up a lot of money, come back, buy a house, start a business. Because that would make complete sense. That would be a very good idea and could potentially help us get things back on track. Because it's up to us to build the future for the next generation. That's not what he's interested in. That's not what he wants to do. He just wants to do the exact same thing that several generations before us have done, where he just wants to live in comfort and not worry about actually building a future. And that would make us just as bad as the millennials and just as bad as the Gen Xers. It wouldn't make us as bad as the boomers, because it's kind of impossible to be as bad as the boomers, but it would make us pretty damn bad. And it's just very disappointing to see that this is the kind of behavior that he not only condones, but outright actively encourages, because everything that he points out, all of these problems, are right. What we actually need to do to fix the issue, aside from waiting for boomers to die off and getting rid of ending mass immigration, taking away voting rights from all the Marxists, is we need to start building things. We need to do what we can to gain what little economic power is available to us, and we need to use that economic power to start building things, right? Buy houses that can be used for the family, for the next generation. Start building businesses that we can create jobs with. And you don't sell off those businesses to BlackRock. Don't sell off those businesses to publicly traded stocks. Avoid the mistakes of the past generations. Actually build up a future. It is up to us to become the strong men that create good times, because no one else is going to do it. We're all that's left. And it's just disappointing to see that this man who is quite intelligent, this man who's quite knowledgeable, this man who is correct about a lot of the things that he points out, is just condoning giving up and building nothing.